So, you're here. Why are you here? Why are you watching this video? I don't know. You want to solve some puzzles? Why don't we do that? Also, hello, my chaos weirdos of the internet. It's really great. Dang it. I was gonna say it's great to see y'all, but I am just a figment in your head, apparently. Ooh, isn't this the perfect intro for this video? So here's the straight and narrow. I fucked up many times. And I've been fucked up many times. So let me explain. In the last week, I got very sick. So the kind like where you can't get out of bed kind of sick. I have a autoimmune thing, which basically means that if I get a cold, it's almost like getting the worst version of the flu out there kind of thing. It's one of those types of conditions. So dealt with that for a while, then finally got back on my feet. Great. And so what I did was I went and looked at the comments, and one of you was so kind enough to make a game suggestion. It was awesome. It's actually the first one that we got on the channel, so I'm honestly thrilled. I see other YouTubers out there that is like, hey, 72% of you watch my videos and aren't subscribed. And honestly, I don't care if 100% of you are subscribed or 0%. What I care about is if you guys are liking my content. And the really nice comments that I've gotten so far says that you guys are, and that makes me unbelievably happy. So if you clicked on the video and you watched the first couple minutes, just thanks for being here. It means a lot. This has been a dream of mine since I was a kid, making silly videos like this and putting it on the internet. I watched people do that growing up, and I feel like it's finally my turn. So anyway, just wanted to say thanks for being here. And also, yes, definitely fucked up, and oh, it has been a wild ride. I want to say this is like my third or fourth take even on this recording, just because, one, I could not get an intro even making a semblance of sense. I could not get the audio working very well. We'll come back to this. And I've already done half the game, so I kind of know what happens, but I got stuck on the other half. So I will still show you around because I think it's an awesome game. But just know that it's a wonky ride, and if you're committed, you're committed. Alright, let's start over here with the cutest red button you've ever seen, and it talks.
You can do it.
Oh.
I believe in you.
I believe in you too, massive hint button.
This is all you.
Yay.
Yeah, keep trying.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's a trick to it, but you've got it.
I think he's losing confidence.
Yeah, maybe you can't do it.
Oh.
Maybe you're weak. Maybe you're stupid. You should be embarrassed, but you keep crawling back like a mewling calf at my chafing teat. Pathetic.
Well, guess what? I am embarrassed. Thank you very much. I just got done talking about how I goofed up, and then you go and remind me. Thank you, stupid button. Also, I'm sorry, and you're a pretty button.
You can do it.
Okay, so can you? Bye. Bye, button. Bye, button. Okay, so that was the first one I wanted to show you. What we're doing, just for context, and if you saw my video on the witness, it was similar, that you do little puzzles and it sends a wire to eventually that thing over there. So that's kind of what we're doing right now. I'm gonna be kind of speeding through a couple of these, just so you're not watching me squirm like the first attempt. If that did get published on the internet, you could watch me struggle with that. That sounds not fun. Hey, look, a recording advice. Let's forget everything that ever happened.
Kubla Khan received an ornate letter signed by Marco Polo. In Madrid, city of lost things, no item remains where it was set. If one drops his key in the dirt, he may never re-enter his home, and even if he manages to stoop and recover the key, he may rise to find a tulip garden where his house once stood. In complementary fashion, things lost by others are forever turning up. A pocket watch on a coffee table, a fond memory in your recollection. I even know of a prince who turned up in a prison cell. When he appealed to the guards for his release, he failed to find the crown on his head, and when he was asked his name, he searched his thoughts, but could not find it. Indeed, the only hope now for the release of this prince of Spain is for you to send back 300 ducats for his release. Of course, he will reward you handsomely once he is out. Yours truly, Marco. Kubla Khan cocked an eyebrow and declared before his court, "Hey everyone, looks like we're about to get ripped off by the guy who traded gold for paper." The court erupted in booming laughter. Italo Calvino, Invisible Cities 2, this time it's visible.
So I have no idea what on earth he was quoting, but it sounds like a good story, a good read, so sounds like a good time. Yep. Okay, let me show you this one.
Through many births, I have wandered, on and on, searching for, but never finding, a better deal than 0% APR on certified pre-owned vehicles. For trucks tougher than a drunk Marine come to Mike's Pre-Owned, where we do the things that get things done.
Okay, this totally reminds me of the one, like, Home Depot commercial, or it's Lowe's, or it's some kind of home improvement store in the United States, and it's got a really, like, funny musical number. Like, it's so catchy. What they did was they made the intro sounds using, like, sounds of tools, so, like, hammers, drills, screwdriver, you know, that stuff. It was really cool. They also did something similar for a show back in the 90s called Home Improvement. I grew up on that show. It's super funny, so if you're a fan of Tim Allen and you want to give it a go, it's a little dated. The humor's a little dated, but it's still worth a watch if you want to go see some nostalgic humor. Okay. Here's the hint button that's sitting in the back alley corner smoking, because apparently we do that now. Don't
Go on,
smoke.
Don't look at me.
You embarrassed.
Can you hear me? I'm nothing but a rusty chunk of steel. You don't want nothing to do with me.
Seem like a sweetheart, though.
All right. I'll tell you my story.
Oh my gosh.
It was June the 8th, 1947,
I'm in a
gray
jazz
morning,
studio.
slightly foggy. I had my own practice then, and I was living higher than a cosmonaut on a stepladder. My hints were subtle, too, real subtle. Back then, they said, good old hint button. His hints could steal the tail off a weasel. Then they tossed me in the can. Know what, know why, know how. And those were the mean times, when all the common sense in the world won't make a nickel to buy you a black coffee. I used rope to tie my pants, and pants to tie my shoes. I made do the way a man does, till one day, after stealing the socks off the fireplace, I caught my own look in a puddle of bootleg rye and realized I had to do what I'd never done before. I gave myself a hint. So that's me. I was nothing but a downtown crumb who dreamed of being a whole sandwich. Now I'm just another sloppy Joe. Come back when you got something.
You did the right thing, my friend. You did the right thing. Enjoy your smoking. I'm glad you gave yourself a hint and you changed your life around for the better. Uh, good one on ya. Don't ask questions. Alright, so end is that way. Go up that way. Around that way. Okay, so let's do that. We'll go right. So this puzzle a little bit reminds me of these little activity pamphlet books that my church handed out to kids. My family grew up going to church, and one of the things that kids would do is we would get this little like activity bag, and in it would have like this little wooden toy that you could like kind of sew with the string. It had a string built into it. It's kind of interesting. Also, I think I did that wrong again. Hold on. Yeah, I'm just gonna go around. But also in it, you had this little, like it was probably printed out on a paper, but it was really fun because they'd have like these maze puzzles and like word puzzles. And I'm telling you, I was not the kind of kid that would go up and ask you to be my friend and then we go play in the playground together. I was the kid that sat in the corner doing puzzles. And I still remember as a kid doing stuff like Sudoku and, well, look where it got me. I'm still doing puzzles as an adult. There we go. But I really loved those as a kid. They were very, I don't want to say like healing, but just like therapeutic, like with the noise of everyone else talking and the instruments. It was just a way to kind of tune everything else out. It was very, it made childhood more enjoyable. Okay, so this is a weird one. So I cannot take credit for being able to figure this one out. Sadly, I did have to look this one up. But like I said in a previous video, work smarter, not harder. I think Steve Jobs or something, I think he also said something similar, that he likes to hire lazy people because they find quicker ways of doing things. I don't know, you can look it up. I'm probably misquoting it, but yes. So, wow, look at me. I'm not the world's greatest genius, but hey, we're doing puzzles and it's fun. And you better be smiling too, Buster. Dang it. Okay, let me just zip through this one before I cringe myself into oblivion. Reminds me of the one character from Undertale. It was the seahorse muscle guy. I forget his name. Aaron. Like flexing Aaron, and he flexes out of the room. That's what I would do. I'm not gonna flex out of the room. I'm gonna cringe out of the room. I'll do that one. Okay. We're gonna go up. Not good at remembering. Let's see. Hey, there we go. Alright, into the next one. Lovely. How many of these are there? Forgot how many. Oh, I remember this one. This one's fun.
Beep.
So I'm pretty sure that's the developer's voice going beep, beep. The closer you get to the end. Honestly, beep. This one's my favorite one.
Beep.
I'll go slow so you can hear the beep.
Beep. Beep. Beep. Beep. Beep. Beep. Beep. You're right there. I mean, beep. Beep. Come on, beep.
Yay! Whoever this developer is, you can see it on the Steam page. I just don't have it in front of me at the moment. But this developer is probably one of my favorite developers out there. He took his gaming knowledge and made something silly, and I think that's the best thing you can do, is make something silly that's gonna make people laugh. We do the wiggles and go up and right and down and left and laugh and pretend that my wrist coordination is the best there ever was. Beautiful. Alright, let's keep going. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Did I do that one? Yes, I think I did do that one. So let me check and see how many wires there are, because there should be 3 glowing at this point. So 1, 2... So it's this one that I was getting stuck on yesterday. I am not looking forward to doing that one, mostly because I don't know how to play chess. Never had that much interest in learning chess. Let me remember. So this one's kind of fun. There are 2 things you need to do for this puzzle. I'll give you a second to try and figure it out. You can pause it if you want. Okay, so if you did pause it, and you have a guess, perfect, I guess. So you actually have to connect the S to the E right here. There you go. And I actually freaked out on this one a little bit, because this is the spooky part. Blood. Blood. You're gonna head this way. Also, I can't run, which is sad. Wait, I didn't actually try going up there, can I? I don't think so. So one thing that you should, or that you might notice if you decide to stick around, is, you're probably not going to see any horror games on this channel. Even this one is very much not a horror game, just a silly little spooky section. That is because I have the jump scare capacity of a toddler who just
That's
found
very
out
original.
the jump scare capacity of a toddler who just found out that Santa's coming into their house at 3 in the morning and they're not prepared. So, I don't do well with them. I might potentially react to other people playing games of them. I don't know. That could be a thing, maybe. Who knows? We'll see if we get that far at some point. But I'm gonna keep quiet a little bit on this part because the audio is important.
It just needs more red, I think.
Okay.
No, try putting some more loops on it.
Loop. Ah. Cool. Alright. I'd like to open that door, but can't. At least right now. Alright.
Imagine gravity is fractal, because light is just a wave and gravity is just a wave. So imagine there's a big piece of glass that splits up gravity like a prism, so that there's like blue gravity and yellow gravity, and then somebody gets hit by the red gravity, and it makes them super heavy, so they have super strength, but like they're also really slow. And another guy gets hit by microwave gravity, so he's trying to zap everybody, and just when he's about to zap the main guy, we see a lady come out, And she turns out to be Ultraviolet Girl, and she has super speed, so she beats him. And it, like, also gave her giant cans. Thomas Pynchon, Gravity's Rainbow.
I have no idea what that story was, but it sounds really cool. I want to meet the ultraviolet girl, I think it was. Reminds me of Violet from the Incredibles movie. Here's another one.
The notion of two realities is uncomfortable, and in recent decades a genuine effort has been made to find the link between quantum and classical, so that we can have a single reality whose laws and rules are united at some deeper level. This brings us back to prayers. Let's say that a prayer is a classical event, or feels like one. You, a unique individual, have a particular request, which you voice in words that no one else is speaking at that instant. What if this classical event gets processed at a non-local level? The notion isn't far-fetched, because it seems that the mind-body link does consist of fluctuations at the quantum level. If this is so, then any thought, not just a prayer, has quantum implications. Deepak Chopra, A Spiritual Mystery. Does God Listen to Prayers? Part 2.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure he just looked up the Wikipedia page for quantum physics, or quantum theory, or string theory, and just decided to read one of those because he didn't know what else to talk about. Either way, I don't blame the guy. I don't know what I'd put in this game either, but it is fun. And then here's the part that I'm not looking forward to. So there are a couple things to this puzzle that I'm hoping that we'll just get... Hoping that this can get solved, because there's not a good way to say, oh yeah, great, we're done, follow the red line after. There is no line. The line is down there. And we have to get that right. So that's the part that I don't want to mess this up again. So forgive me for needing the internet's guidance again. But if it can keep us making progress on that, then let's do that. Okay, so I think I got it. So this guy first.
You can only get good at chess if you love the game. Grandmaster Bobby Fischer.
You can also do that by having an interest in the game. I mean, maybe that's the same thing, but I am neither good nor interested. So, well, here we are. Okay, so that was the step for this one. And then you do...
I hate chess. I hate chess. I hate chess. World
I
champion Bobby Fischer.
I also hate chess. I also hate chess. And guess what? I definitely hate chess. So.
Not only is the novice unable to perceive the board as the master does, but the master cannot perceive the board as the novice does. A master cannot see the bishop on e3 as a chunk of dead wood, any more than you can look at your best friend's face and see a meaningless matrix of colors and shapes. The master once saw the board like this, but now there is no going back. International Master Stuart Rachel's The Reviled Art.
So this next part is a fun one. I think this one's my favorite section in the whole game. That's why. You get to watch things blow up. How cool is that? You know, I don't know if there's a portion of humanity, unless you're someone with maybe some trauma, maybe just other reasons, but I think most humans are fascinated by bright, shiny, loud, explosy thingies, hence why fireworks exist. So, Again, I'm not gonna say that they're for everyone, because, well, we all have our preferences, but you can definitely say that I like big, noisy, splitty things, and this is one of them. I love it. So fun. Okay. Right. Left, or left to right. Babooski! Bar! Yeah! Wait, did it sink? Did it not? No! Dang it. Okay, let me try that again. Again? What's happening? I got all of these on the first try last time. That's annoying. You can't do it perfect every time. I wonder if it's because I'm moving, and if it's changing target as I walk around. Well, not sure, but regardless, I got it! Woohoo! Aye, me matey. You'll be sinking today into Davy Jones's locker. Hold! Hold for your prayers! Hold for your gods! May your prayers be answered. I can't. Insert Pirates of the Caribbean reference here. Yay. So, will it hit? Yeah, it did hit. Okay, so so that other time was just because of my aim. That's fine. Tally ho! Are you in temper? You better move. You better dance. Nice. Okay. So, there was one more thing that I haven't showed y'all. It was a recording. Let me go back. It's down here on this little boat on the dock.
A ship owner was about to send to sea a venerable old ship. He knew that her barnacled hull, however, had often needed repairs, and doubts were suggested to him that possibly she was not seaworthy. The conscientious old captain thought at once to have her thoroughly refitted, even though it should put him at great expense. Before the ship sailed, however, he managed to stifle these bothersome misgivings, and said to himself that she had gone safely through so many voyages that it was idle to suppose that this trip should be any different. He put his trust in Providence, and banished from his mind all ungenerous suspicions about the honesty of the ship's builders, and in such ways he acquired a sincere and comfortable conviction that his vessel was altogether safe and seaworthy. He watched her departure with a light heart, encouraging the crew to dream of the profits that this voyage would return. And he got his insurance money when she went down in mid-ocean and told no tales. What shall we say of him? Surely this, that his belief in the safety of his ship was justified because it was grounded in repeated practical experimentation rather than the hubris of rationalistic a priori belief. It is admitted that he put his confidence in the builders of this vessel, but even this confidence was misplaced, for these were the selfsame charlatans who sought to sell him gratuitous repairs later on, and Big Ship is always trying to get one over on the little guy. Further, we may see that the ship is religion, and the shipwright is Richard Dawkins. The crewmates are empiricism, and the barnacles are Neoplatonism, and the captain of that ship was Albert Einstein. What the hell was I talking about?
I have no idea, but let's go play some Snick. Want to see a danger noodle. So I'm actually, a big fan of, like, reptiles and snakes. I think they're so cool. I would like to own one at some point. Not sure if I'm gonna get around to it, but again, at some point. Oh, that's what I was doing wrong. So this was the part that made me just basically shut this game off the other day. And the reason for that, I think, is because the lines weren't connecting. Like, if you see, they're squares, but these squares were connecting diagonally, not like just like how I did there. So I think that's part of it. Also, I'm just doing this to make my life a little bit easier later on. Dang it. Also, I'm sorry for the weird breathing in the background. That is literally just the game. Please don't... I can't fix that. I'm sorry. I don't even know how I would begin to fix that, to be honest with you. Okay. I'm going slow on purpose here, so please forgive me. Of course, it's over there. Okay, I gotta fill all of that in so that it doesn't try and do it over here. Reminds me of my MS Paint days from when I was a kid. I used to do this exact thing. I'd create pictures just using blocks. And you get like free clip art images from the internet, and then you kind of trace over it with these little squares and build a fun, cool picture out of it. Like one of the things I did, I probably have it, no, I probably don't have it anymore, but I did the whole, like Simba and Mufasa on Fried Rock. I thought it was the coolest thing as a kid. How many rounds of that do I have to do? A lot? Hold on. Snake. Okay, so apparently, you don't have to play Snick to win the game. So I'm gonna go back over here and see what else I can find. Also, that's really pretty. Oh, I like it. I don't have plants in my house because I can't keep them alive. Never had green thumb. I think people who do have a green thumb are pretty cool. Just never been lucky enough to have one. Okay. So, it said something about another door opening up somewhere, so I'm gonna try and look for that. I just do not remember where said door might be. Is it over here? Did I come from there? Am I thinking about doors? Do I like doors? What's in a door? Is it just a rock? Am I a rock? What is happening? That's the entrance. Oh, I think that door, maybe. Or was this the spooky? Yeah, that was the spooky. Is there a door over here? Nah, just the smoking hint button. I did try and go up here, but it wasn't open. Maybe this is the one. Guess not. Hold on. I'll find it. Ah, okay. So, I'm just in the wrong area. Okay. That's fine. So we gotta go back upstairs. Heading this way. How did I get back upstairs? I honestly cannot remember. Okay. You got this. Pep talk time, yeah. You got this. Go talk to the hit buttons, 'cause you're a cool person. Doing very cool thing. How the fuck do I get upstairs? Okay. Was it over this way? Huh. I think I gotta go play Snick some more, and then maybe it'll open. Okay. So, I'm actually gonna leave it here, and if you'd like to see me, continue to try and beat the game, that would be a third attempt, or if you have a suggestion for any other games, we're gonna be entering kind of a fun period after this where I'm gonna be doing a bunch of one-off games. There's a whole bunch of ones that I've been wanting to play for a long time, so, that'll be coming. But if you want to see more of this or any of the other games, there are a couple on the channel that I haven't finished yet, so if you want to see those, let me know. Alright guys, I think that's going to be it for today's video. This was really fun. I encourage you to go check out the game. If you'd like, the game is actually free for you to play. You can get it through Steam, you can get it through, probably other sites too, like maybe, itch.io, I'm not sure. But if you're interested, go support the developer. They're awesome. Go buy his other games. They're great too. The same developer behind The Witness also built this game as well. So again, if you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, stick around. We'll have a bunch of more fun games coming up here. And that will be it for today. Have a good one, folks, and take care. Okay, I can do that one better. And that's it, folks. Good night, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios. Better.